Christmas. Put Jesus in your Christmas this year. Put Jesus in your Christmas. Put Jesus in your Christmas. Put Jesus in your Christmas this year. He came down here to save us from wickedness and chaos. Put Jesus in your Christmas this year. Put Jesus in your Christmas. Put Jesus in your Christmas. Put Jesus in your Christmas this year. He came down here to save us from wickedness and chaos. Put Jesus in your Christmas this year.
And of course, 17 minutes after 11 in St. Lucia and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. And we are continuing with the Christmas spirit. And of course, it is now time for our Christmas with the Stars. And we've been speaking with all the celebrities here in St. Lucia. All the, those people that we all know in St. Lucia. And we're finding out how they spend Christmas. We've had Chef Orlando, Candy Nicholas, Sika Rhymes. We've had... we've had so many people here. And this morning... we have Mr. Siobhan Matthew, and he's going to tell us more about himself. But good morning, Mr. Matthew, and welcome to Christmas with the Stars. It's such an honor to have you here.
Good morning, listeners, persons listening online, and to the residents of Soufriere. It feels good to be home.
Yeah, and you've been on this radio station before. I think you
Yes.
were on Let's Connect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But for those people who don't know you, maybe you can tell them a little more about yourself. And you mentioned that you're from Soufriere, but you can tell me exactly what community you grew in. And, tell them a little more about yourself.
Right. I grew up in the lane. They used to call it the lane.
The lane.
On Boulevard Street, between Boulevard Street and 80th Street, the pathway between there. That's where I grew up. I went to Soufriere, all the schools in Soufriere until I became a police officer about 3 years after I left school.
Okay.
Yeah, but it feels good to be back.
So
the air is kind of different.
I've heard that. I was somewhere once, and someone said that whenever they drive to Soufriere, there's a certain point. As soon as they get to that point, the air changes.
Yeah. It's like the city has a lot of vehicles moving around, and so noise and everything. So it's kind of calm when you come down to Soufriere.
Wow. Yeah. So I'm guessing you are not stationed in Soufriere.
No, I'm not. I am the inspector in charge of the Criminal Investigations Department in Castries. Presently, I have 3 units under my command. This is the CID, the Vulnerable Persons Team. This is the unit that deals with sexual offenses and offenses against children, vulnerable persons, and also the Sins of Crime Office, North. This unit deals with the processing of crime scenes. So basically, I have these 3 units under my command right now.
Okay, so you're very busy.
Yeah, and you see it on the news. You see the amount of things that are happening in the city and around. And with CID Castries, we cover from, if anybody knows Castries too well, we cover from Shock Bridge all the way to the bottom of the Badley. So that's how wide and we go. So we have the entire city of Castries.
To cover.
Yeah, the outskirts. Yeah. So it's a vast area,
and it's been quite busy lately.
It's been quite busy forever. Like it's been, you gotta catch a break.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on all what is happening now with the crime situation?
I just hope and pray that it changes by Christmas. At least I'm hoping that this year might be the end of the lull in our crime rate. Hopefully, going into next year, we could get a slight decrease that. But let's just hope for the best. But what I could encourage persons to do is just be cognizant. Crime is drastically on the rise. A lot of crimes, especially theft-related offenses, especially around this time of the year. Homicides are on the rise as well. You see it. Home invasions are on the rise. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. Persons are right now afraid to go out. Yeah, persons are afraid to go to parties because you're not even sure whether somebody will come by a party or an outdoor event that you're attending and open fire. All right, at somebody they're looking for, and everybody gets injured. So
and you get hit by a stray bullet or something.
A stray bullet. So persons are like literally scared to go out.
Yeah, but I do understand. The theft that rises around Christmas, but I never understand, the homicide why that happens around Christmas even more, because we've seen year after year that this continues to happen.
Um, Homicides don't really have a season. You just sometimes you get a month where it's low and then you get a month where it's high. But the thing about it is, there's a lot of revenge
Yeah. So
shootings going on. A lot of revenge shootings going on. All right. Persons believe that the justice system is failing them or has failed them. Persons believe that, you shot after me or you shot my cousin or whatever, my cousin gets injured. The matter takes so long to be called before the court. You're out on bail. If we get you, we shoot you back. We don't care whether you're there, if your mother, your father, or anybody. Persons are literally taking the law into their own hands right now. Okay, so we have a lot of reprisal shootings, and the chain will go on. You shoot me, my cousin shoot you, your cousin comes to shoot my cousin. I shoot
yeah.
you. And that's basically what it is. So there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I was having that discussion with somebody yesterday, and I was telling them that that is just how it's going, because it's gang related, and sometimes somebody shoots your family like you mentioned, and
Yeah.
then they just feel like they have to take revenge. But
Yeah.
I was looking at a the rise around this season, as in a lot of people will say, that man, I will not let that man see next year.
Next year.
That one not seeing Christmas. Yeah, so that is probably why. But since we're in the Christmas season, what are some of the things that people can do to protect themselves from all of this?
A lot. All right. One of the main things I always encourage people to do. I'm for installing motion sensor lights and cameras around your home and even your business place. All right. Cutting your bush, your hedges, which is your overgrown bush around your home. Because let me tell you something. This is one of the easiest places that a thief could hide. Okay. The surveillance camera, it will help you. It will help the police as well see who the individuals was who came, into your home. Now, it's not that costly like before, because if you go on Amazon, there are reasonable cameras that has very, very, very good qualities that you could set up at your home. All right. Reporting of suspicious activities. You live in a community, and there's a particular vehicle that nobody knows, and that vehicle keeps on circling the area. Alert the police. You understand? Alert your other community members. All right. Around the Christmas time, I know persons are buying new appliances, especially televisions and stuff. If you purchase a television and the box, do not put the box near the road. Try your best to discard it on the day that the truck is passing, because that will alert a potential thief. You say, hey, you just purchased a brand new television.
Yeah, let me go and take that.
Yeah, let me go and take that. And let me tell you, this is something that sells really fast. Can you imagine going into courts and purchasing a flat screen television, a 50-inch, and by the time you're done, you pay almost $5,000 for that, and somebody's bringing one to sell for you for about $400 or $500. Yeah, you'd run and buy it.
And that is one of the problems that we have, the enablers.
The enablers.
The persons who buy those things.
You see, and the enablers, that's a big issue when it comes to crime right now. All right, like the old people say, "Pan situation, pan vole." And not just the theft related offenses. We have even
The homicides,
and the grievous bodily harms and all these things. We have a lot of person enabling it, right? And I believe we live in a lawless society, because right now, and we have a lot of persons who are anti-police. It's like everything that the police does, it's wrong. But everything that the so-called criminals do to them, it's right. And this is something that we need to put an end to.
Yeah, because we are creating an avenue where it's easy for those crimes to happen.
Yeah.
So because you find that those crimes are happening, and most persons they don't come out. A lot of people know who's doing it,
Yeah.
or how it's being done, but nobody's speaking out. And that is the whole problem with the crime situation.
But then again, they will tell that they don't trust our justice system, when it comes to witness protection and all these things. So, like I was saying in an individual before I walked in here, there's a lot that we need to do to curb the level of crime. Not end it, because trust me, you'll not be able to stop crime. You could curb it. So there's a lot of the things that need to be done. Our social issues, broken homes. Because I could tell you, we have been on searches, and I've entered into houses where I see young young girls sleeping on the floor between their mother and their stepfather.
Wow.
Without a bed. And these young individuals have to go to school the following day. They have no toilet facilities. You go there, you see still water, plates dropped all over the place. And this is the kind of life they grew up in. Now, that young man or young woman would walk by the ghetto. Somebody from the ghetto would give them a plate of food, would give them a nice pair of shoe, would give them, somewhere that they could rest their head. They would gravitate to the ghetto, and that's where it starts. And that's where it starts. So they'll feel more loved, at home. Think of it, you sleeping on a hard floor and have to go to school the following day.
That is, yeah.
You don't even have electricity at home. How do you do your homework? So there's a lot that needs to be. So you need to start from there. Also, the parents who can afford, if your son or your daughter comes home with an item that you didn't give him or her, you need to ask them where they got it from, because this is how they become thieves. They believe it's all right. My mother doesn't question where I got that headphone from, or that pen, or that laptop. She doesn't question it, so I believe it's okay to steal. And this is where it starts. So a lot of things
and a lot of these practices, they start very small, and then they start stealing small things, and then by the time you check yourself, they're stealing your vehicles and your. Wow.
That's where it starts.
The cop who cares? How did that name, or is it a group what was the origin of this?
Well, it started when I decided to take police into a different aspect, like a more community based wise, reaching out to people, and by the means of videos and safety tips. I was able to pen 2 handbooks on crime, safety, and all these things. And I said, you know what? Maybe I care about people so much, And so a friend of mine was like, so you the cop who cares. And so then that's how it just, it just stuck, a cop who cares. So yeah, even my friends I play basketball with up in the north, they always make fun of you, like the cop who cares. Yeah.
Wow. And I believe that you have a group, right, where you you help vulnerable people. Like, apart from the unit that you're overseeing,
right,
there is this group that I remember that.
Oh, that was the thing in Soufriere. That was just for a short period. I assisted them. That was the Guardians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that was for a short term. But I do get called upon a lot in the city of Castries when other groups have their crime safety presentation. I go to the churches. During COVID, I did a lot of online presentation for some of the churches. Yeah, I recently did one for the Bethel Tabernacle on crime safety. So persons are trying to do their best to make persons aware of what is happening as it relates to crime.
And do you think more police officers should do that? Because
there are police officers doing it. For more police officers to do it, yes, it works. It also helps you as a crime fighter. It also helps you solve more cases, because persons will remember you, so they'll be willing to give information. So something happens in a particular place. It could be something as small as an accident, and a particular person may have seen something, and you'll be like, hey, but that's the officer that came and speak to us at our workplace or whatever. Get my number, call me and tell me, officer, you need to check such and such place or whatever. And that's how it is. So the more, the police go out there and, just build a trust, in the community. It helps us solve more cases.
Yeah, and I believe that the police, they started something called community policing.
Yeah,
and really worked.
Well, this is one. Yeah, it community policing does work. It does work, and this is one of the crime fighting initiatives. But I believe it does work. But still, have a lot of persons who are anti-police. What can we do to change their minds? We just have to keep on doing a good work, and eventually they will come around. Because everybody needs the police. The same person who is anti-police, say they get to their home and somebody breaks into their home, they're not going to call the fireman. It's as simple as they don't like they're going to call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you had to share with us, at least 5 tips on what you should do, around this time to protect yourself, protect your home,
your business place.
Yeah.
Right. For your business places, right now we're in a season where we have a lot of money going around. So you need to develop a cash handling system. That means basically you need to clear your cash at a certain point of the day. All right. If you were going to deposit your money at not the ATM, I guess they still got in Soufriere at the vault or whatever.
Nine deposit.
All right, the night deposit. Right now we're in the Christmas season. It would be good if you get an armed person to do it with you. That could be a police officer or an armed security guard to do it with you. All right. If your business, it gets dark really fast these days. If you have no outside light around your business place or around the area is dark, now is the time to install those lights. Okay, because thieves work better in darkness. Yeah. So they will attack. All right. If you're a business owner and there's a robbery, I always encourage persons to be very observant, be calm, and be cooperative. Because those thieves, when they come, they do not come to, most times they don't harm anybody. They come to take the money and leave. If you are not armed or you cannot put up a fight and that person has a firearm, it's better to lose $1,000 than to lose your life. Than to lose your life. So those are a few of the tips that they could take into consideration. And for the ladies, I know it's cold these days, so persons are not going out to train as early. But if you do go out to train in the morning, always go with somebody else. There's always strength in numbers, and let persons know where you're going. It's always good to change your route. Do not use the same route to your home every single day. All right, headphones. It will distract you. Sometimes you'll not even be aware of what is around you. So this is another thing that we need to take into consideration when we have those noise blocking headphones. All right.
If somebody's coming behind you,
you don't even know.
Anything.
Yeah. A young lady walked past me yesterday near my home, and I was like, "Hi, miss." I just did it on purpose. She had a headphone. She never heard me, She told me good morning when she walked past.
Yeah, but
and I was like, "Hi, miss." So attention is like, I could have just like if I was a criminal, I could have just attacked her. Yeah. So this is some of the things that persons needs to take into consideration. And I encourage everybody in the community of Soufriere to come together as one, to help find the scourge of crime. Because as you see, it's getting into our community. It's not only happening in the city or in the north of the island or in the south. It's coming into our community. So this is the time that we should react. This is the time that the church, the community groups, and everybody should come together to sensitize persons as it relates to crime and crime fighting. Come together as a community, see what is wrong, see what we could change, see where it needs light fixtures, what lampposts aren't working, where that needs some work as it relates to the to cutting of the trees and all these things, to make the paths clearer. A lot of these things we could come together as a community to do, because Soufriere is a small community, and we need to set this example.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Chauvin and Matthew. Yes. All right. So we're talking about Christmas. Let's get into Christmas. Thank you for sharing all this information. There's a lot of people that will learn a lot from that, and probably it might go as long as far as saving somebody's life or some people's life. Thank you for sharing this. Christmas. What's your favorite memory of Christmas growing up?
Ham and egg.
Ham and egg
and local bread.
Ham and egg and local bread.
Yeah, I remember the local bread by Miss Teresa. That's a bakery by the river. Yeah, man, when you came from church, you'd get that nice 50 cents bread. Or around that time, she used to do the butter bread for $1. Yeah, man, and you put some ham in that and some tomatoes and lettuce and some eggs. Yeah, boy, ham and egg and local bread.
The food.
Yeah, man, and some sorrel juice. And then lunchtime, you'd get that macaroni, and a lot of persons used to go to Miss Teresa's bakery to cook the macaroni and cheese.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, man, used to go there and because she had a big oven and used to put that in the oven. And let me tell you, the macaroni and cheese tastes different when it's been baked in a wood-fired oven than in a normal, in a gas oven. You should try it one day.
Wow.
The baked chicken tastes different. The ham, the turkey, everything tastes different when you cook these things in a wood-fired oven. Yeah,
well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
But ham and egg, local bread, brother. Let me tell you, can't go wrong.
So what about now? How is it now? Now you're probably a family man now. So
boy, Christmas comes like any ordinary time, because sometimes I'm home because of my profession on Christmas Day. Something serious will happen. There would be a homicide or a serious stabbing or something, and then I would have to leave. So. But I believe the old time tradition of Christmas needs to come back. Yeah, more family oriented. Yeah, because it might happen because right now persons, like I said, persons are afraid to go out. So
Yeah.
persons to do little activities around their home than to go out there. But I think the love and everything we have for Christmas now, these things need to come back, and that could possibly help with some of the social norms that we face right now.
Yeah. What are some of the traditions that you remember?
Why going from different little house
The
to
house, the house to house.
yeah, man, the house to house. You know, sometimes around that time, you know, you eat so much that and you'd have food for the rest of the week.
But yes, because you go into everybody's home and
Everybody's
everybody's
home.
expecting you. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
cooking a lot,
A lot.
you cannot go there and say you're not eating.
You're not eating. You
have to eat.
You have to eat something. You have to eat something. So, what else? I remember family used to come down from the US, so you have more family here, more fun. You know, so you go to the beach, the waterfalls, and all these things around the Christmas time, and that's why persons normally take Christmas off instead of New Year's because they have more fun around Christmas time. Yeah, man.
And a lot of people have highlighted a lot of the guests that we've
And,
had here.
this is the only time a lot of persons go to church, Christmas or New Year's.
That is
So
true.
so
That is
sometimes
true.
you wouldn't even get a seat in the church, especially at midnight mass. You'd have to tell them, give me a chance, let me sit, because you miss it the entire year already.
That is true.
Yeah, that's
That
the
is
time
true.
most persons go to church.
Yeah, so we need to probably try to bring back all these traditions,
Yeah,
those love around Christmas time. So cake, do you like it?
Cake. I don't really like fruit cake. I like banana bread.
Banana bread.
Yeah, I like banana bread. I don't really like fruit cake. I'm not too much of a cake eating person, so I don't, but who knows? I might eat some fruit cake for Christmas.
Yeah, not too much to get you tipsy because you have to be alert. Yeah, so
At
probably
all
that's
time.
one of the advice you can share with people. Probably don't get
Oh,
too
yeah.
drunk that you.
Oh yeah, all right. Not even just that. If you're going out to events as well around the Christmas time, you need to be careful about your drinks. Don't leave your drinks unattended. Don't drink and drive, because the life that you save might not be yours. You understand? Yeah. If you go out with a designated driver, if you know you're doing house to house and you're gonna be drinking, go out, because the accident does not take time to happen. My brother.
Split second.
A split second, and you could see a simple accident could turn into a deadly one. Okay, so this is some of the things that we need to do.
All right. So
I think I brought a gift. I was supposed to bring a gift, dog.
we'll be doing that giveaway now. So
Yeah.
probably we can. All right. Here's the number 459-7885. Are we gonna tell them what we're gonna give away?
Yeah, it's Christmas time. We have a bottle of Posh Carib and a bottle of Posh Carib and a bottle of Campari to give away.
All right. A bottle of Campari and a bottle of Posh Carib. And the question. Do you have the question?
Yes, I do. One
All
second.
right. 459-7885. That's the number to call. 459-7885. Or you can send a WhatsApp message 730-5388. 459-7885. That's the number to call us. You can win yourself a bottle of Campari and a bottle of Posh Carib. Are we going to give the one bottle to both bottles to one person?
Let's see how they go with this.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how this goes. I have some kids here with me, and that's going to be joining me very shortly to do some singing. So
Okay, so let's just give both of them away. I know we're running against time. Okay, so the question is, how many homicides were there in St. Lucia in 2021, and what was the rate per person
how many homicides?
were recorded in St. Lucia in 2021, and what was the rate per person per 100,000 persons?
The rate. Now,
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy.
you think that was easy?
Yeah, man.
No, I can probably say how many homicides was there in 2021. But
Let's see if somebody gets it.
all right, 459-7885. That's the number to call. If you know the answer, you win yourself a bottle of Campari and a bottle of Punch Carib. Whilst we wait for the call, any final thoughts that you want to?
Um, what can I say? Well, as I just want to encourage persons, to let's love one another again. I believe that Saint Lucia, we have a spirit of revenge over us, where we find a lot of persons taking the law into their own hands, and I believe this thing needs to stop. But for it to stop, as I said earlier, a lot of things need to be changed. And I just want to encourage persons, there's to practice personal safety. Be alert, be aware of your surroundings, trust your instincts. If something or somebody doesn't feel right, walk up and leave.
All right. Yeah. All right, guys, 459-7885. If you want to win yourself a bottle of Campari and a bottle of Punch Carib, ask the question again.
How many homicides were there in St. Lucia in 2021? And what is the rate per 100,000 persons?
All right, so if you think you know the answer, 459-7885, or you can reply via WhatsApp.
No time for the savior. This is not the way.
That question was difficult.
That's a tough one for me. I'm not sure.
Let me tell you.
Online.
All you have to do is just Google it.
Just Google it. All right. Let's see who knows it. 459-7885. If you want a bottle of Campari and a bottle of Punch Carib, that's your chance right here.
I might have to go back up with my alcohol.
Or you might lose that chance. All right. So 459-7885, 730-5388.
Put Jesus in your Christmas. Put Jesus in your Christmas this year. After we done connive, fornicate and blaspheme, come the month of December.
All right, somebody said 74 homicides. I think that's part of the answer.
Uh-huh.
74 homicides. What is the rate?
Jesus in your Christmas. Jesus in your
Yeah, the rate per
100,000 persons.
40 per 100,000. All right, congrats to you. You've won yourself a bottle of Campari and a bottle of Punch Carib. And I know for sure you Googled that answer.
Yeah. That's exactly how it's in Google.
Yeah.
What's the person's name?
The name, please. All right, we'll get that name and then I'll let you. All right. Thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure, and I'm sure
Not a problem.
we'll need you here, to probably give more tips, and there's a lot that we can discuss. And
that person will pick up the price at the studio, right?
yeah, so you can pick up your price right here. We'll message you and let you know how to do that. All right. So thank you so much for
Not a
being
problem.
here. It's such an honor. Hope to have you here, probably on another program to speak more about, those activities and
sure.
what you can do to protect yourself.
Anytime.
All right. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.